Hey guys, welcome back to another Black Gazette video. So for today, we're going to be talking about map and traveling in general. So I wanted to share the ones that I have discovered through questing and playing the game, and also through the community that might help you out in your travels in BDO, especially now like you have your dream horse from the free event, and you would want to know more shortcuts using the map. The first one is the instant city navigation. Now, if you open up and press M, you would see this map. And if you haven't discovered all of the areas yet, some of them would be grayed out. Now, one of the things that I would recommend is completing the main quest line. So you would have at least all of the nodes, not all, but most of the nodes discovered in all of the major cities. Now, I've seen a lot of my friends during their streams that they drag their map like this, and you're gonna develop carpal tunnel doing that one. So what you have to do is like when you open up the map, you would see the city list over here. All you have to do is click on the place where you want to go. So for example, you want to go to Grana, it will go to Grana here. Or if you want to go back to the land of the morning light, you just have to click here. So this is one of the way to speed up if you want to kind of like scout the area and see, or like if you want to open up and go to like the places over here, then that is one of the things that you should try out so that you don't end up like dragging it like this. Another thing is that like there is a node and also a town filter. So for example, one of your friends said like, hey, let's meet up at like Shakatu. Like, so what the hell is Shakatu? Then like you could just like type in or kind of like search for it over here. So you just like kind of like Shakatu, and it would show you like the different ones. So you could just click on it and you would go over there instantly. Now, the good thing about this one is that you could also search for crafted items. Now, the most popular one that I was asked is the Balenos fishing rod. The caveat over here is that it has to be specific. So you can type in like Balenos fishing rod, and it would show you where it can be built. Now, it would have like a blue arrow pointer showing which house is it, and then you would just like try to search for all of these ones and see where it is being made. Now, it has to be specific to that one. If you type in Balenos rod, it would show you nothing. So make sure that you have like the whole name in order for it to be searched. So definitely use this one if you're trying to find like, let's say like the embroidered clothes, which is like the popular one for newer players wanting to get like more experience for their life skill. It would point to that house, and then like you would just have to navigate and search for specific points. Another shortcut I have for you is the workers. Now, there are a lot of like newer players that have been seeing like like the worker empire and all, and they want to know like how many workers they have on a certain place. So if you go and click on a city, and you click on like the worker list on the bottom right, it would show you how many workers you have available. So like for example, me, I have 10 workers out of the 10 slots that I have. And let's say let's go to the land of the morning light, which is like kind of like a new place for me. If I go over here and click on the Murul village and I click on the worker list, I have 4 workers and 5 slots. So I could hire another one that I could train and then like also promote right after. So like you could also like do like your recovery over here, like the recover all and then the repeat all through the map with those workers. And also like you could like go to the city again, like for example clicking on the fast clicks, go to that one, click on the worker, and then you could then do like a change skill over like some of your workers, then like over here, and then like I could do like a change skill for the ones that I want to change and hopefully get like a better one. So that is one of the way that you could navigate and check up on your worker empire. And also you can also search for lodging on the purpose if you are unsure on like which specific houses. So for example, villa, you wanted to get more workers but you don't know which house has the lodging. So you could type in the lodging over there and it would show you which ones has it. So this is one way you can expand your empire and manage them in a way. So the next one is like my dilemma before as a horse trainer, and sometimes the horses that I register gets lost. So all you have to do is go to the map, go to the stable, and you would have like this like stables. And what you can do is you could transport your mounts from one place to another. So for example, I have a wagon that I need to be at Balenos, and I don't want to go to the Mountain of Eternal Winter to get it. So I could do like a mount transport and then like send it over to Vela, click OK, and it would be sent there. Now it's going to take some time. You would see over here that like there's a mount transport going on, and I'm not entirely sure like of the calculation of the time, but like this would appear over there, and this is one great way of like trying to find like where are the specific course that you're trying to train. So for example, I am constantly trying to tap for a T9 because of all of the materials that we're getting. So I keep track of like the horses that I get through here, the ones that I register where I have them at. So this is where like my racing horse, and then like the ones that I'm tapping, of course, is over here at the Medalla, over at Stonetail Ranch. You know, like you would see like there's my dooms that I'm going to tap for T10 doom soon. So this is one way of you tracking all of your horses, moving them around, so without going to the actual stable. So keep this handy if your horse is lost or if you're running out of stable space on some of your places. So the next one is knowledge, and sometimes because like the map is so vast, you can't find where the knowledge peoples are, or like the NPCs. So one of the things that you could do is go on to the top right. So for example, you are here at, let's say, Valencia, which is a big city, and you are getting confused with all of the shimmering like things that are happening, and you can't locate them at all. So what you can do is like right click on the knowledge, and it would remove all of the fluff and keep the NPCs that you could talk to. So this is very handy if you're trying to go to like different city, like for example when you're exploring Odraxia or like the Mountain of Eternal Winter. So it would just like keep all of these NPCs that you could interact, including the ones outside of the cities. One of the biggest problems for newer players too is like trying to locate the bosses, the field bosses, and the monster zones. Now, when you go to the map, like it would be here, but like once you have all of the nodes connected, it kind of gets confusing, and that is one of my problems before. But all you have to do now is go to the map and click on the details surrounding, like right click on this one, and it would leave out only these markers and the certain territories where it is located at, so it's much easier for you to see the map. So again, like the ones with the stars are like the world bosses. The ones that have like the field bosses also have a star, but it says like field boss, and then like the monster zones, like your recommended level and AP would be there too. And I just died to Bloodstorm Nuver. So definitely use that one if you're trying to find out, where Bloodstorm Nuver is, like Karanda, Kazarka, in order for you to be able to plant an alt over there, or like be able to set locations and kind of like familiarize yourself with that specific boss. So this is the last section, and it's for setting up locations and pinpoints on like the map. So when you have a specific place that you would want to be at, so for example you have the Forest of Plunder as your favorite gathering spot, you could right click on it and set it to favorite. Now you could type in your favorite, and you would say like here like herbs, and it would save to your favorites. Now you would see that one under the find NPC, and then going to favorites, and you could auto navigate to your favorites at any point as long as you're in the same continent. So like if you're a Land of the Morning Light, you won't be able to navigate to that. Now, one of the best things to define NPC, you could click on skills and structure for the nearest one, like jeweler, general goods, etc., or like transport, or if you would want to go to the central market if you don't have much maids and all, or like imperial deliveries. Now, there are some points wherein like you won't be able to navigate to certain stuff because they do not have a marker. So let's say like the Blood Wolves location. You could just go ahead and go and right click on like that specific spot, set to favorite. But if you have your favorites full, it won't save. It would say you cannot register anymore. So the way that we, kind of like go over that one is by going to the world snapshots. And all you have to do is click on this one, like these ones would appear, and you would just like press like Alt and a number where you want to save it. So for example, Alt 9, it would save it over here. So I have like my favorite location saved up over here, and with a click of like a mouse, like the number, I would instantly go to those places. And if I want to free up my favorites, I could do that, or like just like remember where the center of it is at. So you could center the map on where you want it, and then like take a snapshot on it. So for example, I want to center like this one on this like black patch of land over here, and this specific tree in the middle, right? So I'm gonna put it in the middle. I'm gonna put it as Alt 8, and if I go to like my other locations and I put 8, it would center to that spot. So this is very efficient if you're trying to like save a place where for example gathering, or your meats and all, so that you won't get like super lost, and especially for if you're doing like Valencia Alliance and all. This is like very helpful. You could set up like each one, and you can do like super close up on some of these ones. So like this, like 0, and it would go to how you have it saved. You could see, very clever, right? And one of the things too is that your mini map, in accordance to that, is that once you arrive at that location, you can expand your mini map and click on a specific like mob or like a place. So you could click on this one, because if you go to the map and you would see like it's kind of crowded, you won't see like the mobs that are in there, or you could see the NPC but not the mobs, or like specific roads. Some of the roads are clogged up like this. You don't see the actual one, and it's just shimmering. So you could do this and pinpoint exactly where you want by right clicking on this minimap. So that is it, guys. Hopefully this has helped you out in navigating through Black Desert. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If you have any suggestions for the community, please leave them down below too, so we can help out newer adventurers. And again, if you find this video helpful, please do leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.